Early in the morning,
The person you see on your screen right now goes by the name of KO. This is a drill rapper from East London, and I did a video on him a month and a half ago, 6 weeks ago, whenever it was, because he got jailed for 37 years for the murder of someone called Casey Booth, RIP. And it turns out that KO wasn't even the shooter. He may not have even been in the ride, but who knows? Now take a look at this picture here. This is a teenager or a young adult who has just been convicted of shooting and killing 3 of his family members, his brother, his mother, and his sister. And he's been sentenced to 49 years in jail. Now guys, what am I saying here? Am I saying that KO the rapper doesn't deserve to be in jail because of conspiracy to murder? Of course not. KO is right where he deserves to be. He deserves to be in jail. 37 years is a bit harsh, but he deserves to be in jail. The point I'm making here is look at the inconsistency. You've got one man who is part of a gang who was not the shooter, who has been jailed for nearly 4 decades, but yet a killer who personally gunned down and stabbed his family in their own home has only been sentenced to 12 more years than KO. For me, it's the inconsistency. I can't take this judicial system serious when a man can kill 3 of his family members and still have the opportunity to leave jail. That there is a problem, guys. But anyway, what's going on, people? It's your boy Cam, Topical Juice, and we are back with a very distressing, upsetting, sad and concerning video for you today. As you can see from the title, the teenager who killed his entire family, shot them, has been convicted and jailed for 49 years. He's 19 years old. He has the potential to leave jail before he's 70. Why on God's green earth has this man not received a full life sentence? You're telling me, Cam, Topical Juice, can go out and murder 3 people and still have the opportunity to have a life after jail? That is a joke thing, guys. Absolute joke. We've got multiple stolen lives, a family torn apart, a ruthless killer who had planned horrific stuff, which we're going to talk about shortly. How many, bro? You got Southport killer running around stabbing people. You got this man who wants to be the next school shooter, shooting up people, killing his own family. What is going on here? What can we do to prevent these things from happening? Some people will say immigration. Some people will say mental health. I don't know what the answer is. But whoa, I mean, mental health is clearly rock bottom in hell. Anyway, guys, man, so I've just been talking a lot at the moment, but I just had to say my piece, man. But I'd really appreciate if we can get this video out to the wider community. All you gotta do is like it, just like the video. I mean, it really makes a massive difference. I'd really appreciate if you press that subscribe button. Please consider it. I'm trying to get to 100,000. I'd appreciate your support on that journey. Press the bell to be notified. And I'm back to creating content on Patreon this weekend. This weekend I'm going to talk about the Freemasons and their iChip program, how the Freemasons have been targeting children. So yeah, look out for that video this weekend. Then the weekend after that I'll probably do a video about the industry handler witch. So we're back on regular scheduled program. As you can see, man who murdered mother, brother and sister in Luton, jailed for at least 49 years. Nicholas Prosper, 19, shot his family as part of a failed plot to kill 30 children at his former primary school. A truly evil 19-year-old who murdered his mother and 2 younger siblings as part of a failed plot to kill 30 children and become the worst mass murderer in British history has been jailed for life with a minimum term of 49 years. Pathetic, insecure, coward Nicholas admitted murdering Juliana, 48, Kyle, 16, Giselle, 13. Their murders were part of a wider plot to storm a morning assembly at his former primary school with a shotgun and cause the biggest massacre of the 21st century. He also admitted buying a shotgun without a certificate, possession of a shotgun with intent to endanger life, and possession of a kitchen knife in a public place. Coward Prosper initially refused to attend Luton Crown Court on Wednesday, but was ordered to appear by Mrs. Justice Chima Grubb, causing the start of the hearing to be delayed. He kept his head in his hands as she read out her remarks, and he refused to stand to Erie's sentence. Addressing Prosper, the judge said, "You intended to unleash disaster on the community. Your plans were intelligent, calculating and selfish. Your ambition was notoriety. You wanted to be known as the world's most famous school shooter of the 21st century. His plans failed when his mother, the hero, confronted him after realizing he was in possession of a gun. A lengthy, violent struggle followed that resulted in the entire family being shot dead. Chima Grub paid tribute to Juliana Kyle and Giselle, saying their deaths are almost certain to have saved the lives of many children. The community owes them its gratitude and their memory should be honoured. Her words were echoed by Raymond Prosper, the father of Nicholas, Kyle and Giselle, who said in a statement read by police, "We now see the deaths of Juliana, my son Kyle and daughter Giselle had much more meaning and importance. Their deaths and the fast response of the Bedfordshire police stopped any other family in the community going through the pain we have suffered." He added he wanted people to remember loving Juliana, kind and funny Kyle and exceptional Giselle for who they are. Now before I carry on, I want to show you them. I want to honour them. This is Kyle, right here on the left. Young handsome brother. Truly a tragedy. This is Juliana, 48. Yeah, right there in the middle. And this is Giselle, 13, on the right there. Guys, imagine the unbearable, unimaginable pain that the father is feeling, knowing that his son murdered his other son and his daughter and his wife, bro. And he has to rationalize it. He has to come to terms with it by convincing himself that the deaths of his family prevented the deaths of others. Now, he's not wrong. He's not wrong for that at all. They're heroes. In another universe, his family wouldn't have noticed the gun and he would have gotten away with it and he would have killed more people. Am I saying it's justified, the loss of life, to save others? That's not me to decide that. I'm not God. I can't tell you that killing 3 people is, you know what I'm saying, to save 30 is good. Because, you know what I'm saying, those 3 people could change their lives and eventually go on to save thousands. You just don't know. But the point is, he has to think about it like that. He has to think, you know what, just to be able to get through the day, he has to think, you know what, my family had been taken away from me, stolen from me. But if they didn't get stolen from me, many other families would be grieving right now. What kind of conundrum is that? You want to mourn your family, but you also want to believe they were part of something bigger and they saved more people. That is a horrific situation to be in. Horrific. And then the person that took that family away from you is your own son. This here is just truly tragic. What do you have to be dealing with to be such a psycho, to want to murder primary school children and go down as the biggest mass killer in the world, or in the UK specifically? What's wrong with these people? Pathetic. His plan was months in the making. Prosper surveyed the school, taking images of staff and students from the school's website and noting the times of the lessons and assembly. The day before the murders, Prosper bought a shotgun from an online seller for £650 after he made a high-quality forgery of a shotgun certificate or license. He had planned to murder his family while they slept on Friday the 13th September, a date chosen on purpose. I was about to say, that's got to be in particular. And then leave the home at around 8:30 a.m. to travel to the school and carry out the attack. His plans were disrupted when his family realised that something was wrong. After they challenged him, there was a violent struggle. Now again, before I carry on, guys, deep the premeditation of this. Months in the making. The higher level forgery of a shotgun certificate. Guys, this is insane. And you're telling me this person has the opportunity to leave jail in 50 years' time? You have got to be shitting me. What more can someone do than kill their entire family in the home, right? And have planned it for months? What more can a person do to get a life sentence in this shitty country, bro? Oh no, but it's the law. We can't give a whole life tariff. What? So you're telling me I can go? What if I go into school right now, my local primary school over the road right there, and pepper everyone with a submachine gun? Then what? How do I get a life sentence in this country, bro? Because they might, if imagine I killed 3 people, shot them all dead, I'd still be able to leave at some point. Bro, the court heard that Juliana was killed by a single shot to her head, but her hands and arms had slash injuries and bruising as if she had been trying to ward off blows from a knife. Giselle was killed with a single gunshot to her face. Her body was found underneath a dining table as if she had been trying to hide there. Kyle died after being shot twice. His body was found with more than 100 knife wounds. Neighbours called the police after hearing the sounds of frantic footsteps, shouting and gunshots. He then fled the home before officers arrived, holding a bag containing the shotgun he had used to murder his family. Alongside the gun were 33 cartridges, which he had planned to use at a morning assembly at the school. After idling for 2 hours and believing his plan was thwarted as police swarmed the area, Prosper flagged down officers in a marked car and they arrested him. The court heard details of a note outlining Prosper's plans. In it, he wrote the entire attack would be one of the biggest events ever, and it included a diagram pointing to one of the early years classrooms at St. Joseph's and an arrow pointing to the second classroom. Besides the first classroom, he had written "kill all." Maureen Murphy, the head teacher of the school, said last month that staff were very shocked to learn of the plan. Prosper had been diagnosed with autism spectrum disorder. A doctor who assessed Prosper said his diagnosis did not explain his lack of empathy and remorse, and said he had psychopathic traits, 100%. Chima Grubb said it is important to note that your ASD does not correlate to an increased risk of violence, nor did ASD in this case impair your ability to understand the nature of your conduct, exercise self-control, or form rational judgments when you decided to commit violent crimes. And I completely agree. I don't even know why they even... I mean, you got to put all the information in these articles, but I don't even know why the people are even bringing up his autism. That does not explain his ability to murder. He's got severe psychopathic traits. He's got clear antisocial personality disorder. You feel me? Someone who lacks empathy, remorse, who has the ability to kill his own family and children. That there's got nothing to do with autism. Guys, I'm truly devastated for the family. This is just one of them stories that's just like, they're so normalized these days, but I refuse to let these things become like normal in my brain. This is not normal. This should not be normal. And we should not just go about our day tomorrow and the next day like nothing happened. Yeah, the world has to move on and it turns always, but like, it's sad, man. It's sad. As I said, you got Southport killer, you got this terrorist, you got that person, you got this guy. Like, what's actually happening in the world, bro? I just want to say RIP, rest in paradise to all the victims, the family, anyone that's been affected. I'm sending my prayers to the husband, the father, all the cousins, aunties, even the people at the school who truly could have been a victim of a mass murder. So let me know your thoughts, guys, man. I'd appreciate if you like the video to get it out to the wider community. I'd appreciate your subscription, and I'll see you on the next video. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay vigilant. What do I know, man? I'm just a man in his 30s. Peace.